In the high-octane world of NASCAR, few drivers have burned as brightly and as controversially as Kurt Busch. From his breakthrough as a fearless young phenom to headline-grabbing suspensions and on-track feuds, his career reads like a cautionary tale of talent, temper, and tumult. Today, we trace the rise and fall of NASCAR's most controversial star. Buckle up, this ride is anything but smooth. Early career and meteoric rise. Born August 4th, 1978 in Las Vegas, Kurt Busch cut his teeth racing quarter midgets and legend cars before breaking into NASCAR's top ranks in the late 90s. By 2004, driving for Roush Racing, he clinched the Nextel Cup Championship at just 25, the youngest champ in series history at the time, cementing his status as a generational talent. Known for his aggressive style and willingness to race door to door, Busch quickly became a fan favorite and a driver teams feared on tight ovals. Yet his combative approach, both in and out of the car, foreshadowed the controversies that would later define his legacy. On-track feuds and first scandals. Long before off-track drama, Busch racked up a reputation for fiery on-track altercations. In 2003, a pit lane friction with Jimmy Spencer at Michigan ended with Spencer exiting his car and striking Busch, an incident born from Busch's notorious trash talk. Then, in 2005, Busch was arrested for alleged DUI and reckless driving in Arizona. Though the DUI charge was later dropped, he was fined for reckless driving and suspended by his team for 2 races, his first brush with penalties that extended beyond asphalt disputes. Did his unapologetic competitiveness cross the line into recklessness? The championship high and public image. After recovering from early setbacks, Busch joined Penske's Racing in 2006 and collected multiple wins, only to shock the world by leaving the organization mid-season in a contract feud. Yet resilience defined him. In 2014, he scored 2 Cup wins with Phoenix Racing, showcasing his undiminished skill. Off-track, Busch cultivated a persona as NASCAR's bad boy, a double-edged sword that drew media attention and sponsor scrutiny in equal measure. As his star power grew, so did the spotlight on every misstep. The 2007 Dover ramming incident. On June 4th, Busch's fiery tendencies crossed into dangerous territory at Dover. After a collision, he intentionally drove into rival Tony Stewart's pit box, nearly hitting a crew member, a stunt that landed him a $100,000 fine, 100-point penalty, and probation for the rest of the year. NASCAR's ruling cited actions detrimental to stock car racing, and Busch lost his license to race at Pocono the following weekend. The episode underscored the sport's low tolerance for weapons-grade aggression, even from its brightest stars. Pinnacle and peril, the 2015 suspension. In February 2015, Busch faced the darkest chapter of his career. A Delaware family court ruling found it more likely than not he had abused his ex-girlfriend, leading NASCAR to suspend him indefinitely, the first such suspension for domestic violence in series history. His attorney appealed, and after 10 days, NASCAR reinstated him following prosecutors' decision not to file charges. Yet the 3-race suspension, a $1 million purse penalty, and probation left indelible scars on his reputation and on NASCAR's image as a family sport. How does a sport balance due process with zero tolerance for personal misconduct? Struggles to rebound. Post-reinstatement, Busch showed flashes of brilliance, claiming pole positions and top 5 finishes, but the momentum of his earlier championship run never fully returned. Sponsors grew wary, and his rides with Stewart-Haas Racing ended without renewal after the 2018 season. His switch to smaller teams in subsequent years highlighted both his enduring passion and diminished leverage. Fans wondered, could the driver who once led at Darlington for 100 laps reclaim his former glory, or was the damage irreversible? Legacy of a controversial champion. With 34 Cup wins and a championship on his resume, Kurt Busch's on-track achievements remain undeniable. Yet every highlight reel moment now shares frame time with helmet swings, fines, and the 2015 suspension. His story raises tough questions. Does talent excuse temperament? How should a sport handle champions who breach its moral code? And what does Busch's journey teach aspiring racers about the price of unchecked aggression? Media and fan reaction to Busch's controversies. The media played a pivotal role in shaping Kurt Busch's public image. While his championship and aggressive racing style initially drew praise, his confrontations and off-track behavior increasingly dominated headlines. From heated radio rants to post-race interviews full of vitriol, Busch provided soundbites that made for viral clips but tarnished his professionalism. Sports broadcasters often debated whether his talent outweighed the baggage, dividing commentators and fans alike. Fans, too, were polarized. While some admired his raw authenticity and ability to speak his mind, others grew tired of the drama and reckless decisions. At the height of his controversy in 2015, fan forums and comment sections exploded with heated discussions. Was he misunderstood or simply out of control? The debate lingered throughout his career, shaping his reputation as NASCAR's most controversial figure. Sponsorship losses and financial strain. In NASCAR, sponsor relationships are critical to team survival and a driver's continued success. Kurt Busch's repeated controversies strained many of those partnerships. Following his 2005 reckless driving arrest, Crown Royal pulled back promotional support, and later, after his 2015 suspension for alleged domestic violence, several sponsors temporarily withdrew or re-evaluated deals. These incidents directly impacted his marketability and team budget. Financial strain also followed in the form of contract renegotiations and loss of leverage. When top-tier teams hesitated to sign him, Busch found himself taking rides with mid-level or struggling teams, often bringing his own funding or accepting lower salary terms. It was a stark contrast to his early years when teams courted him with lucrative packages. His controversies cost him not just public favor, but real dollars, mentorship conflicts, and team relationships. Busch's brash personality often clashed with team personnel and other drivers. He frequently criticized his own crew members over radio communications, calling out slow pit stops or car setups in ways that many felt crossed the line. This led to tense internal dynamics and a revolving door of crew chiefs during his time with multiple teams. His inability to consistently foster harmony hindered long-term success. Which chapter of Busch's saga resonates most with you? Was his championship worth the chaos? Drop your thoughts below, hit subscribe, and join us next time as we navigate the twists and turns of motorsport's greatest stories. Until then, keep your engines hot and your passions in check.